Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Core Premier Series. We are here for round 8 at New Hampshire. It's an interesting one here tonight in these Tour Modifieds. This is a non-points race this evening, so an exhibition race here for the guys halfway through the season. Cash is on the line here tonight, so let's jump right into the starting order here this evening. Patrick Cooney there on pole, Dave Lohr in second, Mark Thomas in third, John Crane in fourth, Tim Thompson in fifth, Paul Butler starting sixth, Jimmy Covert in seventh, Derek Sherman there in eighth. Starting ninth, we have Nick Nickerson there. In 10th, we have John Nobinger. Starting 11th, Eric Andrews. And starting 12th, Mason Smith. Starting 13th here this evening, we have Adam Jones. In 14th, Kevin Foster. In 15th, Carl Handwerk. In 16th, we have Mark Gonzalez. In 17th, Mark Lapierre. In 18th, Abiy Visuvesam. In 19th, Thaddeus Marshall. In 20th, Ricky Gonzalez. And that'll do it here for the starting order tonight. You'll notice two new names there we're not familiar with typically here in this series. That is going to be 19th, Thaddeus Marshall and Ricky Gonzalez. They are actually a part of the development series here in the Core Racing League, and they had the opportunity to race their way in here this evening, and that they did. So they'll start 19th and 20th respectively. All right, all eyes are up front here as we are going to get started here. 80 laps here tonight. Patrick Cooney there going to lead us down to the start of the race. And they are underway here. Mark Thomas getting a great jump there on that inside line. Looks like the outside line did not get going as well there. But now that outside line starting to fight back there is Mark Thomas there in the 50. Going to look to the outside, take the race lead as they go down into turn 3. See the 199 there of John Crane.
Caution, yellow flag.
We have a wreck here. That's going to bring out the first caution. Looks like Eric Andrews and Nick Nickerson may have been involved. Let's go check the replay here. Oh yes, looks like the 19 there got around. That is, and the 9 of Eric Andrews gets into him there. Let's see who the 19, that is Mark Lapierre there. Let's ride on board Nick Nickerson here in the number 2. Watch it from his perspective as they go down into turn 3. Oh, he gets tagged from behind. Let's go back and check that out with the camera reversed here. So we're looking at the back here of Nick Nickerson. Looks like the 44 there. John Nobinger actually going to get into the back of him there and send him around. Oh, we see what happened there now. The car right in front of Nick Nickerson there checked up ever so slightly, and that caused an accordion effect down there in the middle of the corner. Very difficult spot here on the track as they were all grouped up 2 and 3 wide there going through turns 3 and 4. Looks like the 19 came away there of Nick Nickerson there relatively unscathed considering the hit he took. That car actually looks decently put together there. I actually don't even see a mark on it, so interesting enough there. He survives that accident, so he'll live to fight another day. And Mark Thomas here in that number 50, he worked his way up to the lead there. We didn't even complete a lap, and he already worked his way up front there, 2 spots into the race lead. John Crane there in the 199, he's back in 3rd now. Paul Butler has worked his way up to 4th. He's up 2 spots here since the start of the race. Keep an eye on him. We've seen him perform really well here at short tracks before in the Core Premier Series. and looking for him to have another good run here tonight. Tell you one other person I'm excited to see work his way up through the field there. That is the number 46 of Adam Jones here. We know he's very quick on the ovals, in the short tracks. He's currently up 5 spots since he started there. He's currently in 8th. We also know John Nobinger there in the 44. He's pretty quick on short tracks. So watch these two guys work their way up through the field here this evening. All right, lights are off the pace car, so we will get going here this time around. Early jump there by the 50 of Thomas as he gets out to a very early lead. Patrick Cooney there on that high side now has Paul Butler in the 77 right on his bumper as they go down into turn 1 here. And you can see the view here as they're 2 and 3 wide on further back here. See Adam Jones here trying to work his way around the outside of the 199 of John Crane there. It looks like he may be able to do it this lap, but now he has the 14 there of Covert right in front of him. Let's ride on board Adam Jones here as he fights his way up through the field. Ooh, the 14 there going to make contact with the wall right in front of him. That's going to compromise Jones here as well. And looks like Jones is going to look to the inside here. Can he make this pass work on the inside? Very difficult to pass. Oh, up in front there. It looks like Paul Butler got tagged. Made contact there. Looks like that car is smoking now. He has engine damage. Back and watch the replay here. You see the 77 of Butler just going to come out of the turn there, and those two are going to make contact hard into the wall on the inside there. We stay green though. Mark Thomas here is out to about 0.8 of a second lead over second place, the 001 there of Patrick Cooney. Meanwhile, Adam Jones has now worked his way up to third, and he is coming for those race leaders up there. Jimmy Covert there in the 14th doing a great job in 4th, but he is under pressure here from Thaddeus Marshall in that 89 machine. Also another driver working his way up through the field very quickly. Here's the number 18 there of Handwork. He's up 9 spots since the start of the race this evening and catching him very quickly here. On board Mason Smith here as he has just been passed by Nick Nickerson there for 10th place. You see Adam Jones here now making a move for second. Ooh, he's going to touch there with the 001 there of Cooney. But they're both going to continue on here, and Adam Jones is now going to move up into second place and start to chase down our race leader, Mark Thomas. On further back there, the 00 going to get shuffled out even more spots as Carl Handwork, Thaddeus Marshall, and Jimmy Covert all going to go by there. And now we see Carl Handwork here going to look to the inside of the 89 of Marshall. Gonna slide up the track there. Looks like the 89 is gonna try a crossover here as they go down the front straight. Can Marshall be there going into turn one? No, he's gonna have to fall back into second here. You see smoke up ahead there. Looks like that is Adam Jones. Just had a mistake there. Coming out of turn 4. Back and check the replay on that. Just gonna lose the rear of the car there. Very odd wreck incident indeed there, as he just he got on the throttle there too soon in turn 4 on the exit there and lost it. And then comes back on the track there. The 88 makes contact with him. But we are still green here. Mark Thomas is breathing a sigh of relief here as he now has a 1.7 second lead all the way back there to Carl Handwerk, who is under pressure from the 14 of Covert now. And back here we've got two drivers here fighting. This is for the 5th place position. That's Patrick Cooney there in that 001. Currently holding off John Nobinger there in the 44, and he has Adam Jones there right behind him, who we just saw have a mistake, shuffle back from 2nd, now all the way back to 7th. And you see the different lines these guys are driving there. 44 of Nobinger there, winter round on the bottom lane. Adam Jones riding in that 2nd lane from the bottom. New Hampshire here is a progressive banking track. You can see each lane there separated by the white dotted line. Each lane as you go higher up the track there has more banking. You can see Adam Jones here try to look up the inside as they go down into turn 3. And Adam Jones is going to take away the 6th place position there from the 44 of Nobinger. And now we see the 89 here of Marshall trying to get around the 14 of Covert. You see Handwerk up there choosing to go higher up the track there. He's in that 3rd lane while the rest of the guys here are down in that 2nd lane. So typically you see drivers move up there when they're concerned about tire wear here, as we are just now completing lap 19 here. Tire wear will start to come into play here in these Tour Modifieds. Specifically that right rear tire. They are going to have to baby that thing here out of the corners of this. We've already seen Adam Jones make a mistake. Now we're going to see Covert here in that number 14 look up the inside of Carl Handwerk as they go down into turn 3. As the tires start to wear, it is going to be more and more difficult to make a pass here. As you can see, very difficult to run on that bottom side. And looks like the 14 of Covert there got his exit out of 2 compromised. The 89 could take a look up the inside here. And no, he's going to choose to stay behind him there. And we've got a battle going on here. This is your battle for, oh no, the 98 car, or 88 there, Mark Gonzalez gets into the wall and almost caught Nick Nickerson there in that number 19 car with him as well. But it looks like they're all going to keep going here. So Adam Jones just up ahead here. He's worked his way up to 6th. Oh no, we've got a car going around. That is Jimmy Covert. Oh, and he's going to get tagged there as he was trying to spin it around. That's going to be heavy damage there to the left front of the car. And you see the engine smoking there. So he's definitely going to need to get that repaired. But let's go back and take a look at what happened there with Jimmy Covert. As you can see, him and the 89 were racing hard here down into turn 1. Just a little tap. That's all it takes here when these cars are on rails going around the corner. And that's going to send him spinning around there. Looks like he tagged the 17 of Dave Lohr there as he was trying to come down the track. You'll see that from the 89's point of view here. And just a little tap there in the middle of the corner sends him spinning around. So it looked like the 14 there sort of drifted up the track a little bit, and it looked like the 89 was just trying to you know, get a nose under him to set up a pass coming out of the corner there out of turn 2. Just misjudged it ever so slightly there. It looks like the 14 there of Covert's going to take a quick repair, so he's going to get a brand new car here. No more damage for him. He will rejoin the track. He'll be back in the back of the field, though. Looks like he's going to be scored somewhere around 14th here once we get started. All right, interesting turn of events here. So looks like everyone came down pit road but the 50 of Mark Thomas there. So he stayed out, went around another lap there, and is now going to come down pit road. So looks like he is, yep, he's going to come down pit road here. So looks like he messed up the pit strategy there ever so slightly. So now he's going to get shuffled back to the back of the field. Meanwhile, Carl Handwerk there in the 18, he's going to move up into the race lead with fresh tires here. Looks like every car behind him also pitted. So that's why Mark Thomas said, well, if every car behind me pitted, I probably should too there. So he's going to come down pit road. Looks like Mark Thomas going to rejoin somewhere in the 13th, 14th position there. So Thomas going to have his work cut out for him here tonight to work his way up through the field. Meanwhile, Mr. Adam Jones here has worked his way back up to 3rd after that mistake coming out of turn 4 early on here. He is now back up to 3rd, and Nick Nickerson there in that number 19 machine, he's back up into the top 5, currently in 5th. Lights are off the pace car, so we will get going racing here again this time around. We'll see what Handwerk can do here. He was laying down some mighty quick laps there toward the end of that stint, so we know he has the long run speed, but the question is going to be, can he hold off the 46 of Adam Jones right behind him there? We know Jones is very quick, especially on the short run here. Be interesting to see what he can do. And also the 44 of Nobinger has been laying down some good laps as well. He's going to restart on the outside there in 2nd. All right, pace car is going to dive off here. Handwork's going to lead us down to the restart zone.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out here, and Handwerk off to a great early launch. He's going to have a 1 to 2 car length lead as they go down into turn 1. Adam Jones there looking on the inside of Nobinger, trying to take away that second place position. He's going to do it there. And, oh, the 44 going to make contact with the
The
wall
yellow
there.
flag is out.
And looks like we have, that was not what brought the caution out. Looks like we've had multiple cars here wrecked. Let's go back and take a look here. This looks like the 77 of Paul Butler involved in some way, shape, or form. Oh, actually, looks like the 001 there. Looks like it happened on further up the field here. The 001 there of Patrick Cooney. Oh, the 88 of, I believe that is Mark Gonzalez there. Got into him coming out of the corner. See it from Mark Gonzalez's point of view here as they're coming out of turn 2 there. And looks like Handwork here has come down pit road with an interesting strategy choice here. And looks like he is going to take tires as well, just looking at his pit time. So he's going to give up the race lead here, take tires. Adam Jones is going to move up into the race lead. The 44 there of John Nobinger going to be in second, and Nick Nickerson up into third here. The 05 there of Tim Thompson having a good run tonight. He's in fourth currently. And then we have Mason Smith there, and that number 7. He's worked his way up into fifth so far this evening. So good run from him. Looks like Handwork is going to rejoin here after coming down pit road. He's going to start in 8th here this evening. And looks like 77 there, Paul Butler. He did go a lap down there. All right, lights are going to go off the pace car, so we will get going racing here this time around. Not even halfway through the race here this evening, so plenty of racing left here in this one at New Hampshire, and we are under our third caution here tonight. What can Adam Jones here do now with the race lead? We know he's very quick on the long run. Just be interesting to see here if he can get out to a lead, and if so, can he hold off that very fast Nick Nickerson there in that 19 right behind him? I have a feeling these two are going to give us a great show here toward the end of the race. All right, pace car is going to dive off this time by Adam Jones here, going to lead us down to the restart zone.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag is out. Adam Jones off to a great start there. He's going to lead it down into turn 1. Nobinger there getting a great start as well. He's going to be in second. Now he has Nick Nickerson there right behind him. And you see Nickerson get a great run there out of turn 2. Nobinger going to go low to block. And Nickerson going to look to the bottom here, coming out of turn 4. They're going to get close. Oh, they're going to touch. That's going to send Nobinger up into the
Caution,
wall.
yellow flag.
And that is going to bring out the 4th caution here this evening. Let's go back and watch that one more time here. As you can see, coming off the corner there, Nick Nickerson just making just the tiniest bit of contact there with Nobinger's left rear, and that sends him up into the outside wall. See that from Nickerson's point of view here. Looks like he gets tight coming out of the corner there and pushed up into the 44. See the smoking engine there on the 44. Hopefully he has a quick repair left for him here this evening, as he will not be competitive there with that amount of damage. Looks like Adam Jones is going to come down pit road that time, so Nick Nickerson here going to move up to the race lead, with Carl Handwerk going to be in second here once we get restarted. Look who has worked his way back up the field here. Actually scored in second right now. Handwerk's going to be in third. Mark Thomas has worked his way back up into second there in that number 50. And Derek Sherman there in the number 42. He is up into fourth, with Patrick Cooney there rounding out your top 5 in that 001. Adam Jones going to rejoin the track here. Coming out of pit road, he's going to restart in 6th. So not a bad, sorry, 5th. He moves up to 5th here. Not a bad deal there. He comes in, get fresh tires. He was in the race lead. The furthest he's going to get knocked back here is to 5th. Oh, and looks like Nick Nickerson here is receiving an end-of-line penalty there for his contribution there to that accident. As you can see, he's going to drop back to the rear of the field. So that is going to move the 50 here of Mark Thomas up into the race lead, with Carl Handwerk in second. Patrick Cooney there in the 001 up into third. Adam Jones, who just came down pit road there, just looking at his pit time, did not take tires, got fuel only. So he's going to move up into fourth. Kevin Foster there will restart in 5th. Mason Smith there in the number 7, he's going to restart in 6th. John Nobinger there in the 44, he's going to restart in 7th. Thaddeus Marshall there in the 89, he's going to restart in 8th. And it looks like Tim Thompson there is going to restart in 9th, with Nick Nickerson restarting in 10th. All right, the lights are off the pace car, so we're going to get going this time around. It's going to dive off the track here, and the 50 of Mark Thomas is going to lead us down to the restart zone here, with the 18 of Handwerk on the outside. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Great jump there by the 50 of Thomas. And the battle's going to be on further back here, as you see Adam Jones there on the outside of the 001 of Cooney, and Handwerk moving up there into second. You see the 001 there under pressure now from the 89 of Thaddeus Marshall. Nobinger there in the 44, also going to make it around the 001 on the outside. Kevin Foster here in the number 8 car. He's moved up into 4th, having a great run here tonight, up 10 spots since the start of the race. And now he is under pressure there from the 7 of Smith. And back up front here, Mark Thomas is going to lead that lap, but he has 2 mighty fast drivers right behind him here. The 18 there of Carl Handwerk and the 46 there of Adam Jones. As Jones going to get a great run out of 2 there. He may potentially set up a move here if the 18 can't get by the 50. See Jones there, going to look to the inside. Coming out of 2. Can he complete the pass, though, on the bottom side here in 3 and 4? And we're going to give him plenty of room there. Oh, but they are going to touch there on the exit. Looks like Jones is going to come out ahead there. He's going to move up into 2nd. Meanwhile, we have some tight racing here. This is your battle for 5th. As you see Mason Smith up ahead there, and the number 7 machine drifts wide out of 2. The 89 there of Marshall going to look to the inside. Oh, and Handwerk there fights back and retakes 2nd there from Adam Jones as they went through turn 3 and 4 there. So these two are putting on a show here for us tonight. Meanwhile, Thomas loves what he's seeing in his rearview mirror, as he is driving away now up to about 0.4 of a second lead currently. And we see Kevin Foster here in that number 8 car. He's currently holding off the 7 of Mason Smith, the 89 of Marshall, and got a long chain of cars behind him. The 44 here of Nobinger and the 001 there of Cooney. Yeah, all looking to make it by here. This number 8 there, Kevin Foster, he's doing a great job currently in 4th, holding them off. See the 7 there, Smith going to look to the inside coming out of turn 2. Not quite there as they go down into 3. And now Thomas here under pressure from the 18 of Handwerk and Adam Jones there in the 46. They've closed this gap down now to about 1/10 of a second here. See Marshall here in the 89 looking up the inside of the number 7 Mason Smith here. This is your battle for 5th. We'll see if Marshall can get a good run here out of 2. No, he's not going to. It looks like that outside lane there is preferred currently. As you see, Mason Smith gets a great run off the corner there. He's going to retake that 5th place position. Meanwhile, John Nobinger there rocketing up the inside, taking a look here under Marshall. See the 3 up front here, still running single file. Nothing's changed here in the last handful of laps here, as it looks like the tires are starting to wear, passing becoming more difficult here. Looks like Handwork here has the momentum. He's going to take a look up the inside, going down into turn 3 here. Thomas there in the 50 car. He's going to give him plenty of room. And we have a new race leader here. The 18 of Carl Handwork going to move up into the race lead. Meanwhile, Adam Jones going to follow him through here up into second. So now we'll see what these two drivers here can do. As Jones gets a great run out of 2. He's already going to pressure Handwork here as they go down into turn 3 for the race lead. These two are going to be very tight here coming out of turn 4. Looks like that outside lane there, Handwork is going to get a better run down the front straight. He's going to be in the lead as they cross the line. They're going to go 2 wide down into turn 1 here. Jones still has not cleared Handwork as they, again, 2 wide down into turn 3. Looks like Jones now has him cleared as they go down into turn 3 here. Should be able, yes he does. So Jones is going to take the race lead away from the 18 of Handwork there. But for how long? We'll see what Jones here can do on his long run speed. Meanwhile, looks like the 89 there of Marshall has moved ahead of Mason Smith. So Marshall going to move up into 4th. Oh, and these two are battling it out again here as the 18 of Handwork takes a look up the inside, coming out of 4 here. Looks like it's going to be a drag race here down the back straight. Adam Jones on the outside, Carl Handwork there on the inside. And meanwhile, Thomas is hanging with these two here as they battle it out. Looks like Handwork is going to potentially... No, he's not. He's not going to have him cleared here down the front straight. As we just get the 25 laps to go here this evening for our 80-lap race here at New Hampshire. And I can tell you right now, these two are racing like money is on the line. And there actually is money on the line here tonight, by the way. So winner's going to take home a cash prize. Second place also taking home a cash prize this evening. And they are battling it out like they're supposed to here for money. So Adam Jones is still on the inside there. Carl Handwork on the outside. They're going to be 2 wide yet again here as they head down into turn 1. Well, just checking in here on the 8 of Kevin Foster. Looks like he went a lap down here. He had to come down pit road, presumably for fuel there. So just a little off strategy from the rest of the field. He's currently in 11th. And it looks like Handwork has finally cleared Adam Jones, momentarily at least, up into the race lead. Jones not far away there as he's going to look up the inside again going into turn 3. And looks like Handwork is going to pull away here, going down the front straight as we get 22 to go here this evening. Got a couple more drivers here coming down pit road for green flag pit stops. That's Nick Nickerson and Dave Lohr here in pit road. We'll see when these other drivers come down pit road. I believe they had 40% fuel here this evening. So not a lot of... Oh, Adam Jones coming down pit road. So we're starting to see the green flag pit cycles here. Looks like Carl Hamworth going to stay out another lap here. Meanwhile, the 44 of Nobinger here has made it up into 5th, but he's under pressure there from the 001 of Cooney. Interesting to see who's going to come down pit road this time. The 18 of Handwork is going to come down pit road. Mark Thomas is going to stay out, so he's going to be our race leader. Marshall there in the 89, he's going to stay out as well. He moves up into 2nd. Mason Smith moves up to 3rd here, staying out. John Nobinger in 4th. Oh, and you can see there getting all sorts of sideways with the 001 right on his tail. And you see Adam Jones come out of pit road there, right behind these guys. And this is your current battle for 4th here, as Nobinger in that 44 car looks up the inside, the 01 there of Cooney on the outside. And you see Adam Jones there on fresh tires, just coming out of pit road, stuck behind these guys right now, trying to find a way around them. Needs to find a way around if he wants to make this undercut work here. Looks like Carl Handwork there took fuel only, whereas Adam Jones, I do believe, took 2 tires. So that's why Carl Handwork came out in front of Adam Jones here. So Handwork is in 9th. Kevin Foster is in 10th. So with Kevin Foster there pitting early, he netted a lot of positions there as he's behind what was our race leader moments ago. See, as more people come down pit road here, the 001 of Cooney going to come down pit road. Mark Thomas also down pit road. That's going to make Mason Smith here our new race leader with 17 laps remaining. John Nobinger there in the 44 is in 2nd, and the 05 there of Tim Thompson in 3rd, with John Crane in the 199 in 4th, and Derek Sherman there in the 42 and 5th. Handwork now moved up into 6th after coming down pit road there. Riding on board with Kevin Foster here as he's holding off the very quick Adam Jones right behind him. Really surprised here. Jones really fast, just struggling to make it around him here. So Kevin Foster here putting up one heck of a fight as Jones is now going to look up the inside. And they are going to get close there. It's going to be a drag race down the front straight. Looks like Foster going to get the better run there and stay in front of Jones. Oh, Foster there just going to get into the outside wall there, and that is going to allow Jones on by. So Jones is going to move up into 7th. And we see our race leader there, Mason Smith, in that number 7 car. Right behind him there, Adam Jones, currently a lap down. Needs to get around him and start to chip away at that gap to Handwork, who is about, I believe, about 10 seconds. No, sorry, about 5 seconds up the road here. Meanwhile, the 89 there, Marshall going to look to the inside there of Kevin Foster. So Marshall going to move up into 8th. And now Adam Jones has caught our race leader here, so he's going to try to unlap himself here as Mason Smith is going to pull down to pit road, take his scheduled stop. So Carl Handwerk here currently has about a 5-second gap back to Adam Jones, as we have 11 laps remaining here this evening. John Nobinger here in the 44 hasn't pitted. See, going very slow around the track there. He may be out of fuel. Tim Thompson here also hasn't pitted so far, and he is currently our race leader there in the 05. He's going to stay out another lap. Eric Sherman here as well in 3rd in that number 42 car. He's going to stay out another lap as well. He also has not pitted. Meanwhile, Mason Smith there, who just came down pit road moments ago, is now back out, and he is battling it out there with the 89 of Marshall, and that is Adam Jones right up in front of him. Looks like Marshall there is going to make it by, and Marshall is going to move up into 6th, and now they're looking to make their way by Adam Jones here. And now Mason Smith going to fight back on the outside here on the 89 of Marshall. Oh, Mason Smith there just going to tag the wall on the exit of turn 2 there. So that's going to allow the 89 on by there up into 5th. Meanwhile, Adam Jones here not having the pace we expected out of him here, as the 89 of Marshall is looking like he's going to take a look here soon with 8 laps remaining. Looks like Jones may be struggling with 2 tires here, whereas the 89 looks like he is mighty fast. Also took 2 tires under that pit stop, as we're going to go down into turn 3 here. The 89 going to look up the inside. '89 of Marshall here, still trying to find a way around Adam Jones. Looks like he gets a great exit out of turn 2 there. And we'll see if he can get him cleared here as they come through turn 3 and 4. That outside line there in turn 3 and 4 looks mighty. As you can see, the 89 just not able to get the exit he needs. Whereas it looks like the 89 is much quicker here through turn 1 and 2. Oh, and you can see them almost touch there through turn 2 there, as the 89 of Marshall still trying to find a way around Adam Jones here. We've got a great view here from Mason Smith's onboard. Looks like Adam Jones is going to have the edge there over Marshall as they cross the line, but Marshall going to drive it in deep there into turn one, and looks like it's going to work out for him as Jones, looks like Jones might have gotten into the wall ever so slightly. Now Mason Smith here is going to look to the inside as they're going to come around and take 2 to go this time by. Derek Sherman there in the 42 having to do a lot of fuel saving as he did not pit, and for a second there it looked like it was going to work out for him, but the amount of fuel he's having to save, you can see how much slower he is on the track there. That's going to allow Marshall by and Smith by, and looks like Adam Jones had to come down pit road. Not sure what happened there, if he didn't take enough fuel or what. So Carl Handwerk here in the 18 going to cross the line, take the white flag. He's got about a 5-second gap back to second place Marshall, and Marshall is under pressure here from Mason Smith as they go down into turn one. Final lap here. Smith going to drive it hard down into turn one there. Looks like he's going to come out in front. Can Marshall cross him over here down the back straight? No, he's not going to be able to. So Smith going to move up into second there. Looks like Marshall's out of fuel there on the back straight, but meanwhile the 18 of Hamrick here going to come out and cross the line, take the race win. Smith here going to come across in second. Kevin Foster there going to move up to third as it looks like Marshall ran out of fuel there. He did on the final lap as he's trying to coast his way around there, as we see John Crane here coming across the line. He's going to pass Marshall. So Marshall here just going to cross the line. Looks like Thompson going to go by as well. So Marshall is going to cross the line there in seventh. Wow, wow, wow. What a finish. All right, let's bring up the official results here this evening. Carl Handwerk taking home the race win with Mason Smith bringing it home in second. Kevin Foster in third. John Crane in fourth. Adam Jones in fifth. Tim Thompson in sixth. Thaddeus Marshall in seventh. Mark Thomas in eighth. Dave Lohr in ninth. Patrick Cooney in 10th. Derek Sherman in 11th. John Nobinger finishing 12th. Paul Butler in 13th. Nick Nickerson there in 14th. Mark Gonzalez in 15th. Jimmy Covert in 16th, Eric Andrews in 17th, and Mark Lapierre there in 18th. Finishing 19th there is Abiy Suvesum, and in 20th, Ricky Gonzalez. All right, now let's try to get a word with the top three here this evening. Give him just a moment to celebrate here, and then we'll try to get a word with the top three drivers here. Looks like we've got a couple joining us here. All right, so let's bring up our third place driver here this evening. We've got Mr. Kevin Hollywood Foster up here, bringing it home in third. I'm sorry, I had him muted. So up here in the broadcast booth now, we have Kevin Foster with us, bringing it home third. Hey, Kevin, it's the other Kevin. You got a copy?
10-4.
Hey, man, heck of a run for you here this evening, bringing it home in third. Great run. Interesting finish here, nonetheless, with looked like Marshall there running out of fuel. So that gave you the third place podium position here. Looked like it came down to fuel strategy, and we've seen you, I believe, in another series here, master some fuel strategy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's from the GT3 series. So you're bringing it home here third. Just got to ask you here, how'd the race go for you, and what was the most difficult thing here tonight?
The most difficult thing here, track position. Kind of hard to pass at this track with this car track combination, but very fun nonetheless. It definitely came down to fuel. How much do you take? Because each gallon that you take is definitely more time in the pits, and I think Carl played it just right, and he took a little bit less fuel than than the guys behind him did, and Marshall didn't take enough fuel. So it happens. But hey, we're on the podium, brother.
Absolutely, yeah, and that was interesting. You mentioned that, so they were trying to take just enough fuel. It looked like Adam Jones got it wrong as well, as he had to come down pit road there on that final with 2 to go, I believe. So he got it really wrong. But looks like you got it right. Carl got it right. Mason Smith got it right. You bring it home here in third, and that is what matters here this evening. So while you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, big shout out to Jim and Debbie Noblet for sponsoring the race tonight. They are the owners of Mission Car Care, so big thank you to them. And 2 more people. I want to say hello to my beautiful wife downstairs, and most importantly, Mama, happy birthday! Turned 21 today, Mama. I love you, and miss you. Can't wait to see you.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on that third place finish here tonight. Heck of a run for you, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you again next week.
Amen, brother. Thank you, sir, and thank you guys for putting on, and really enjoy it. And see you next week.
Absolutely. That'll do it there for our third place driver here tonight, Kevin Foster. Now let's get a word with our second place driver. We've got Mason Smith up in the broadcast booth here. Hey, Mason, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, congratulations on that second place finish. It was a crazy finish here as we saw cars running out of fuel there on the last lap. You bring it home in second here. Looks like you played the strategy just right here this evening. As we just spoke to our third place driver, he mentioned that track position was key, strategy was key here tonight. Looks like you got both of those things right here tonight. So just walk us through how your race went, and what do you think the most challenging thing was here this evening?
The most challenging thing is to obviously pass around New Hampshire. I mean, it's a very flat oval surface, 1 mile, and and the only real overtakes I've had was around the outside instead of the inside. And sometimes if it's a slide job, then yeah. But other than that, the race itself, we went green for about more than 20 laps, and yeah, got was able to make the right calls to come down, and yeah, I was leading some laps to get those points in.
Absolutely, and you did, and you brought it home here in second. Tough track to pass, like you mentioned, but we saw you out there having some great battles and bringing it home in second. That's what matters. So while you're here, any sponsors you need to thank or shout outs you want to give?
Well, I gotta thank Kevin for the track combination because as much as I don't like New Hampshire, the track itself, the car choice was very, very good. So I thank him for that. And and to mention the parents because they always congratulate me when I finish.
Absolutely. Well, they can congratulate you here on a great finish tonight, bringing it home second, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you again next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for our second place driver there, Mason Smith. Now let's get a word with the man of the hour himself. We've got Carl Handwork, our race winner, up in the broadcast booth. Hey, Carl, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, heck of a run here tonight, bringing it home in first. I gotta say, you put on one heck of a show here between you and Adam Jones. We thought you guys were gonna run side by side there the whole race. It almost seemed like, but you edged him out there in the second half of the race, and it looks like you played the fuel strategy here right, which was key. We saw quite a few guys running out of fuel there with 2 laps to go, 1 lap to go. So just gotta ask here tonight, how'd you do it? How'd you get that strategy right? Just take enough fuel.
Yeah, I knew these cars were, if we ran green from the beginning, probably going to be a 2-stop race. So that's why I was just trying to top off as much as possible in the beginning, just in case we got that long green flag run, and we did in the second half. And I knew at that point it was still going to be a pit stop race unless you were just in absolute extreme fuel saving mode, and it wasn't worth trying to race like that. So I was saving a bit in the beginning. Like I was restarting in second gear just to try and save some fuel. I was going through the first couple corners in second gear and just kind of coasting unless I knew, there was a pass that I could set up. If I knew it was just gonna be hanging behind somebody, I was just, kind of in fuel save mode and just saving. So So that way, when I did make that pit stop, it was going to be the least amount of fuel I can get in, get out, and get rolling.
And man, you played it right here this evening. So I gotta just ask you here, what do you think the most challenging thing was? The answers we've heard so far from the other two have been track position, and passing here. So just want to get it from your perspective.
I mean, I really like these cars. I really like these cars. I like driving them just about anywhere. It can get a little rough because they're kind of a bit boxy and you can easily get into somebody and they will spin easy. But I really like driving these cars. New Hampshire is one of those tracks where probably 90% of the people on the service just hate New Hampshire. I didn't like it until I started getting better at New Hampshire and starting understanding how you need to drive it. And to me, these cars are kind of the best cars that you can drive on New Hampshire. I mean, they handle really well. There's a bunch of different lines, and really that's kind of what I was working on in practice the entire time. I already worked out strategy wise. I wasn't going to make it on fuel and figured that out, but it was trying every line, and I think that really helped me because yeah, it wasn't easy to pass out there, but if you knew kind of the different lines and watch the person in front of you to see what they were going to do and kind of predict it, you can set it up and make it a little bit easier. But once you get to the top guys in the series, it was still tough.
Well, you made it look easy here tonight, bringing it home with the victory. Just checking out the schedule though, got an interesting one next. Next race, the Spec Racer Fords at the Nürburgring. So gotta ask, how you feeling about heading into that round?
Well, I almost feel like you. I feel like I need to have a business meeting abroad or something like that to miss that one because that's gonna be tough. It's the Nordschleife. It's always tough no matter what cars you run. It doesn't matter if you're running a big wheel around there. It's gonna be tough. But from what I hear, I guess the Spec Racer Ford, since the updates have gotten a little easier to drive, it's a different shifter, so that's a little bit easier too. So maybe I'll be surprised, but it's still the Nordschleife. It's still gonna be tough. So yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, I could be surprised. I mean, you look at the second race of the season with the Lotus 49s at Watkins Glen, and that should have just been an absolute crap show, and we turned it out pretty nice. So maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised, and it won't just be survival. It'll be actually trying to race out there.
Absolutely. Just curious, off the top of your head, do you know which driver picked that combination?
I believe that was John Nobinger. So yeah, he will be getting the boot after the season.
Well, thank you for telling us that because the next time if we get to speak with him there, we're gonna bust his chops for that combination there because that's an interesting one, that's for sure. But hey, bringing it home with the race win here tonight, Tour Mods at New Hampshire. That's a heck of a win. That is out of all this track car combinations here, I think that is the one that I got the most excited about, to be honest. It's just a classic combination there. And you made it look easy tonight, taking home the win and taking home the cash prize there. I'm not sure if you were the one sponsoring the prize or not, so you might have to pay yourself. But hey, it's it is what it is, taking home the victory. So again, congratulations. And while you're here, any sponsors or any shout outs you need to give?
Yeah, absolutely. First off, Mission Car Care was actually the sponsor for tonight's race. So shout out to Kevin Foster who works with them and Mission Car Care in Katy, Texas out there. So thank them for the sponsor of this race. Want to thank all the drivers out here first and foremost. I mean, this is the kind of racing that it should be. This is the kind of racing that the Premier Series was kind of built on. It's just really good long flag or long green flag runs and everything like that. So it was a blast to run out there. Shout out to my wife, my kids Colton and Paisley for helping Josh and Joka Graphics come up with this paint scheme. It is my my birthday coming up later this week on the 29th, so they threw a little birthday scheme in there for me. So good time to win with that. And shout out to Kelly, my mother from another brother. Thanks for watching out there, and happy birthday to her. Today is her birthday, so got you winning your birthday there, Kelly.
All right. Well, again, congratulations on the victory here this evening. And hopefully we'll be talking to you with at least a podium, if not in victory lane again next week.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, that'll do it for a race winner here this evening. Carl Handwerk taking home the victory here, round 8. It was a non-points race here this evening, but still put on some great racing here for us as we head to a road course next week. But thank you all here for tuning in to Soak Tires Broadcasting. As always, we hope to catch you back again next week.